Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to this course where we are going to explore CLO 3D Basic 2025.2 together. In each video, I will be giving you two seamless repeat knit fabrics and one basic knit top pattern so you can practice along with me. The course is made up of 7 short parts. Each part is about 10 minutes long, so it is easy to follow without feeling overwhelmed. This course is perfect if you are brand new to CLO 3D or even if you have been using it for a while and just want a simple hands-on refresher. It is a true follow-along experience. You watch, you do, and by the end you will be able to sew a basic knit top in CLO 3D with confidence. Along the way, you will learn how to use CLO 3D 2025.2 workspace, move around and navigate in CLO 3D, load and adjust an avatar, bring your patterns into CLO 3D, place patterns on the avatar, sew the basic knit top, render your garment, save your pattern files, then take clean shot so you can sell your design on Etsy. By the end of this course, you will not just understand the tool, you will have real skill and real styles that you can use right away for your projects. Right now we are in CLO 2025.2. So anytime CLO take a new update, they always change or almost always change their toolbar to the right. If you follow me for a while, I like my 2D toolbar to the left. So we are going to first change this toolbar. Simply go to setting and then we want to select user setting. Then come down here to user interface. It is a lot of things here going on. By the way, guys, here under unit, I like to work with centimeter. So if you guys working with inches, simply change it to centimeter. So here, decimal places perfect, text and currency unit USD perfect. So here, mode and toolbar. This is the one we want to looking for. So 2D toolbar here right now to the right. We want to change that to the left. And pretty much leave everything as is and then click on close. And now we have a toolbar here to the left. So there are several things here that changes with 2025.2. Number one changes the libraries. So instead on the left here, now a library to the right. We want to familiar with that, simply click on that library. And that library here, over here we have CLO, which is normally when you first open your library, you will see garment and avatar, then fabric, then trim and stitch. And over here we have closet. So closet where you, for this example, I have my garment upload to the cloud. But if you don't, you won't see any of this, okay? And so this is my garment I can bring into CLO and work on anytime I want. And now CLO Connects. This is important, guys. CLO Connects allow you to go in and then search for certain item. And from CLO Connect official, most items are free. Let's say if I want to search shoe, I have to type in Connect though, even though we're in Connect store. So I'm going to type in Connect here and then shoe, and then press return enter on the keyboard. So here, you see several or a lot of them are for sale, which is many designer or CLO member simply upload their item for sale and you get like cut from them. I believe either 50 to 80%, something like that. I'm not too sure at the moment. But now look at down here. This is Connect. When you see the logo Connect next to it, you can simply download this and use it in CLO. And I also will have the video on how to do this later. I have the older version on how to download shoe from CLO Connect, but right now 2025, it's a little bit different because you have the connects in your library. All right, so here we have plenty more of these. And one thing I want to point out, because I will show you in this CLO basic video in a second about shoe. So it is important to know the shoe that we want to apply to. For example, I have V2, which is the female avatar version 2. So we want to apply that to the correct avatar or the shoe won't work. Okay, so now here we have my library. So this is important, guys. If you want to bring your pattern into pattern or fabric or any file into CLO, this is like the most convenient way to bring your folder into this, and I will show you how to do it. In fact, let's just do it right now. So in this tool, I'm going to bring the pattern into here. So I can select add folder here and then navigate to my folder, and here basic folder. I'm going to double click that to open because I want the folder inside that folder. So at basic top with hymns and then click on open, and there it is. So here in this folder, I have the pattern. I have two fabrics. By the way, guys, this fabric will be free for you. This is Argyle pattern. This is my projects file. I also have the pattern file here, okay? So now I can access this item here from CLO. So next I'm going to close this, okay? Another thing I want to mention, when we finish a file project, we want to save it somewhere else rather than save it in CLO, which if you can save it in a drive or in your desktop, something like that, but I will show you how to do it. All right, so right now, let's look at a couple of things here. If you guys are a beginner and you're used to the old workspace, you will have pretty much the same. The 3D toolbar have all the 3D tool, and some tool work both for 3D as well as 2D to 2D workspace. So for example, I have like a segment sewing tool, free sewing tool here, edit sewing or transform pattern or edit pattern tool, all those good stuff here. So there are so many tools that sometimes it could be overwhelming for all, like most of it. However, no worry, because if you guys follow me for a while, I'm like doing clothes here for more making pattern for women clothing, and the goal here to complete the pattern, sew the garment, and then render it, and then you can also export the pattern so you can sell it on a platform such as Etsy, or you can sell it. Let's say you can sell your reel or your render garment with CLO in this case. But for most part, we want to work with tools that allow us to do that. In this video, guys, we are not going to make the pattern, but we will have the pattern to sew. This allows us to learn the CLO workspace at the same time, not overwhelming, because pattern drafting can be a little bit more complex. However, though, with CLO, you can use CLO to sketch the pattern, as well as they also have this pattern drafter. It's pretty much automatic pattern making, and I will have more courses about that later. Right now, we are going to focusing on using the workspace for 2025.2. Okay. All right. So now let's come over here. We have this display menu where we will show more active when we have the garment or the avatar in here, as well as with here. The same with over here, we have objects browser where we can see more item here when we start working on stuff. And over here, we have property editor. When we have the garment here, any property that we select, any object we select here, it will appear in the property editor. All right, so before we go any further, I want to point out a couple of things here. Over here on the left side here, these most tools here, you have pattern making tool as well as sewing tool, okay? So pattern making tools such as right here, polygon, rectangle, you can use those tools to draft a pattern. For example, if you want to create a piece of fabric here, simply click on this rectangle tool, and then you can click and drag to create this box, which is like a piece of fabric in this case. And if we look to the right here, we see the fabric. Every time we open CLO, we will have one basic fabric. A fabric here, think more like when you draft on a table, like a real physical fabric, you need either paper or muslin fabric. So here, you can use the tool and imagine this is just a fabric or a paper, okay? And here we have tools such as, let's say here, edit pattern tool, all those stuff, for mostly draft the pattern. And we also have internal tool here. Internal tool here where we can use them to draw any line on here. Let's say if you use a chalk or a pencil to draft your pattern. Let's say, for example, if I want to use a internal polygon / line tool, I can simply click it and draw like a pattern like this. But again, just like I mentioned earlier, this is for a basic CLO course. We are not going into drafting the pattern yet. However, though, you can simply make the pattern here in CLO without having to have a lot of measurement by using the avatar to do this. I also have a course on how to do that. Really useful, guys, especially if you want to brainstorming or do any, quick sketch. You can fit onto the avatar and look how the avatar, how the clothes hang. And you don't have to imagine anymore. You can literally put your idea onto CLO and you get to see your garment come alive. That's how cool that is. So let me delete this. I'm going to use this tool right here, transform pattern tool. This transform pattern tool is pretty awesome. You can click on it and then select, move your pattern anywhere you want, just like that. And if you want to delete this pattern, simply, before we're going to do that, let me show you over here. So when we on this pattern piece and you come to the right, you will see this property, pretty much everything, the information that we want to know here. So let's say I want to see the length of this pattern. I'm going to use this edit pattern tool here and like click on one of this. So I get to see the length here, not only over here, but also come over here as well. So if we come down here, we will see the length right there, 2D line length here, 202.87 centimeter for that. So the same right here, I want to click right here. Okay, so let's just delete this and then we'll go for more basic for now. And we are going to bring a pattern in here. All right, so first of all, guys, we are going to bring the pattern into here. As I mentioned earlier, you can go to your library and then here you can right click and then add the pattern into the workspace. Just like that. And then here add and then you have unit here. So load type, we have add, unit here, auto scale, rotation, do not rotate, and then maintain original. Come down here, guys. By default, I have import pattern annotation. This is like the must check button because it is important. Most pattern have the annotation. Unless a pattern maker who just doesn't care about labeling the pattern, but most pattern maker who been drafting pattern for a while, it is important that to have annotation on a pattern. For example, you know, left side, bodice, right side, or sleeve, something like that. All right. Now swap cutting line and sewing line include notches. You can have that check or uncheck. I like to leave that checked. And down here, you want to import similar, not only notches position, click on that fixed ratio, ratio. Leave everything here blank and then click on OK. All right. So next, here, this is the library window. You can either click right here and then it will kind of stick it to the left here for you to work with. I don't like it because like take up all the room. I can click on this X here to close and then we'll bring back later. All right, so look at this pattern right here. I only have half side of the pattern, which is not really common. If you buy my pattern on Etsy, the pattern will come the whole thing. And that with this video, just for the beginning, I want to show you how to sew a quick top here. But my next video, I will have the pattern that's sew in advance, which is I have a customer who suggests or requests for a pattern sewing for one of my dress. So I will create a video for that. All right. So right now we are going to sew this basic top. Okay. So here we go. We did not yet cover the navigation part here in the workspace yet.